The forge has gone quiet, the bellows blow no more. The forge has gone quiet, the smiths have gone home. Only fading embers remain, and my hearth grows cold. One kiss from you to rekindle it all.
Okay, and we're back for episode 24 of Queen of Embers. So, it is the morning, and it is storming, and you all reconvene back at the cloakroom.
Is that your dog, or is that on the...
No, that's the dog sitting upstairs.
Okay.
That's Beaver Toes.
It's Beaver Toes.
Beaver Toes.
Beaver Toes. He's
Sadie.
asleep.
I was like, who's Sadie?
Beaver Toes.
Yeah, Beaver.
Beaver Toes.
I still don't.
So you all kind of get back together about midday.
Yeah, you probably see Harper stumble in,
Ooh.
like, "Hey, where you been?" Just like, and just walks upstairs.
It's a beautiful morning, isn't it?
There he goes.
Hand him a piece of ginger as he walks by.
I'll stumble in about 30 minutes after him.
There's a golf clap.
They clap me in. This is only because of you all.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I forgot to say that. Well, yes, thank you.
Hero of the night.
Hero of the night.
Not just a nut. I mean,
Turtle down.
Let's not go there again.
Possibly part of the morning.
whenever she's around, you're always the hero, no matter what story it is.
Once again, you are welcome.
Well, I think our information's good.
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Now, just as long as you don't go saying you're a man of the people, I think I'll be good to kick this roots up.
Oh God, mad at the people. Again, I'm only liking your lot. Just you few in this area of your station at this point.
Well, you kind of have to like me, don't you?
He doesn't
I have to respect you. No like is involved. But I do like you.
Good. I appreciate it.
You won me over the first night. Because I would have did the exact same thing.
See, and that's why you're the hero.
Wait, I did do the exact same thing.
Yes, you did.
A minute before you did.
Yes, you did. So, seems that we need to see this tallow fella.
Do we want to be our normal selves? Find out about him, around him, before we seize him.
I'm better than my normal self. I don't know about you. You should be.
I'm feeling normal-ish. No, I'm feeling quite awful actually.
True as I always am. We're looking for a tall old fellow.
Yeah. There's nothing quite like being a part of making it rain like me lords do. Clear right up.
I never seen someone bought so expensively. You know what I mean? No offense, but
Oh,
turtle doves don't come cheap, I guess.
Hey! No more of this turtle dove.
The upper crust, they know how to cut loose. I'll give them that.
Did you see Harper chasing? Am I not imagining this? He was chasing a rooster around the restaurant.
He was indeed.
Well, at least that is.
Harper with blackout drunk, he remembers none of this.
Well, I'll tell you what, that cock wasn't blocking anyone, was he?
I don't know. Danica?
I'm just gonna go back. So yes, this Candle Lane. Where's that?
Candlewick.
Was it Candlewick Lane?
Yeah,
Oh,
Candlewick.
sorry.
It's in the slums.
It's on Slum Row.
Oh. It's in Slum Row.
I speak to a man named Tallow, which to me just sounds far too convenient, but
James Tallow, the Candlemaker. Yes,
You thinking
right.
we should go and see Mr. Tallow, or should we see Amadeus?
I both are leads in a direction. I don't know that we necessarily need 5 of us to talk to either of them.
That's a fair point. Well made. Who wants to go see Mr. Tallow?
Seems like my sort of person, you know.
Who wants to go with you?
Humble sort.
I'll do whatever you tell me to, boss. I'm pretty sure the candle makers. I can accompany one.
I was the one with the thought about Amadeus. I suppose I should go to him.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with you.
Mayhap we leave Harper to his own devices for now.
Well, Harper, what'd you...
Harper's upstairs, curled up naked in the wall because he took all his clothes off, and just has one of the chamber pots, and he's like underneath, and just
As he realizes he's looking in an empty chair.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Harper's gonna be wrecked for the next 24 hours.
I am almost certain he's not going to be of much help.
Oh no.
He's sleeping one off.
Possibly more than one.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Have we?
I didn't know he could fit so much in him.
I won't say the thought that came to my mind with that.
Liquor!
Right.
Well,
Moving on.
He had a good time. That's what matters.
Mhm.
so, Warren, what's the plan here?
Well, I
You
guess
gonna
we
go try and buy some candles?
Well, what'd you say was going on with him? Tall fella?
I didn't say what it was.
Oh, no,
She said
this-
that he might have he's the contact that was feeding information
Yeah.
To the Vipers.
to the Vipers.
Yeah, so
The Vipers are the slavery.
I'm going to have to be discreet. And you know me and discretion doesn't necessarily go hand in hand. But, yeah, just see if you can, I don't know, maybe find some information out on the whole process. See if they're starting back up with trying to put the poor innocent children at risk. Or if he even knows where Druce is. Remember, if we can find Druce, there's a 5 gold reward for us. Lieutenant Wright. And he didn't specify alive.
Well,
I prefer alive, but he didn't specify.
a lot easier to carry a corpse than a struggle.
Yeah,
I'm just stating.
but, you know,
I think there's a lot more satisfaction of seeing him hang, though.
yeah. It's justice rather than vengeance. I mean, I don't mind vengeance, but I prefer justice.
I suppose maybe it's my own family name that states dead is dead.
I thought it was warning shots, not words.
We have a lot of family crests. Also, that one has been superseded, but let's not go on to the new one.
I'll look at him and be like,
Deeds, not words. As he gets really embarrassed.
Yeah.
So let's go see this. Let's go drink around where the candle maker is and see if we can't figure out where he's at.
To assume I haven't heard the other one would be quite incorrect.
Nobody else got drunk last night, right? Just the two of you?
Just us two. Yeah, we're the only two that failed.
Right, I'm the only one that critically failed.
Six, crit success.
Yeah.
They have switched roles at the table.
So outside, it's raining heavily.
Oh.
So the two of you are going to Slumrow to find James Tallow. And the rest of you?
He's staying sick, and we're gonna see if we can find Amadeus on the disc.
Okay.
Amadeus. Switching to my regular clothes and sending my others for longer.
Okay.
Traveling clothes.
It is wet. It is cold. It is a miserable day. All of you need to succeed. That's right, needs to attempt a routine toughness test.
71. Roll.
On the dot. I forget, does that succeed?
If I wear my
Yes.
wilderness cloak, do I get any bonuses or?
Sure. Yeah, plus 5%.
I would take that. I need all you get. Toughness 57. Oh wait. Oh, sorry.
Anybody fail?
I failed.
Okay. Today you will catch a cold.
Oh. Well, shucks.
Shut you down. This terrible weather. You caught a cold.
Feed a cold. Start with flu. One, are you listening to me?
That's not it, how it was. When you get a cold, chase a chicken. Like we did last night. But it's too late now.
Man, you need to get yourself find a cloak.
I'm wearing a cloak just like you are. Wilderness cloak.
Let's get out of this rain. Let's find a an establishment to warm yourself up in.
Got cold. -3 imperial threshold.
Ooh.
This will last for 2 days.
Not too bad.
Could be worse.
Can I treat it as I am a plague doctor?
You will later.
Okay.
It's developing today. Be sure to lower your prowl threshold right now.
So would you be able to become immune to the flu or the cold?
Nice.
I guess.
Be critical succeeds, absolutely.
That'd be amazing.
So-
Can I get immune to a cold?
If you're a blood doctor. Or if you drink scope every day, apparently, like our
Yeah,
friend.
Aaron Prater talks about scope ward.
Yeah.
What?
No, it's Listerine, but not
Listerine.
like the fancy flavored kind. The marine green death flavor.
Yeah. He swears
Flavor
that he
matters.
swears that he's never been sick because in the Marines they tell him to drink a cup of Listerine every morning.
Drink it?
Drink it.
Drink
Yes, he drinks it every morning.
Man,
Not a
I'm
cup,
gonna be honest
like
with you.
the cup, the lid.
The lid. I mean, not. Like
I've never seen him sick.
I've never seen
Ever.
him. Sick.
Ever.
I've only seen him sick one time, and he said, that's it. He's been sick one time in like 20 years.
We've known him forever. I've literally never seen him sick ever. I don't know if it's true.
I don't know if he just has a good constitution.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's about that.
It's probably what it really is. His dad.
Or
his
he's been sick and doesn't tell you guys.
dad, no. I mean,
He's a little bitch. He even tells me
he
he's
would
sick.
probably tell us.
Yeah. I'm not going anywhere.
And Jenny would not support his theory either. She'd be
Right,
like,
his wife.
he's been sick 1,000 times.
Yeah. The wife is the truth teller.
Yep, always is.
She'll call you out on fish stories. So,
Fish needs to be bigger though.
Every time. A little bit.
Just a little bigger.
Who's this?
as for, we will go first to Lisa and Terwin. Finding where Amadeus Chandler serves what bell tower he serves out of is not actually very far from the Saya Square. In fact, it's the one that you hear ring at the witching hour almost every night. It's this, looks like a tower that's still under construction. There's this scaffolding kind of affixed around it. It looks like a very, very tall bell tower. This large brass bell kind of hangs in the, what do they call, I don't know what they call that area where the bell hangs, but it's exposed to the air around it. It's a very tall bell, like probably about 3 stories at best. And you can see a few people kind of milling about, and of course here there's draped along the side of the tower is a large, heavy tapestry that's woven to look like the seal of Durendal. But it has been affixed, has been amended now with the owl and sheaves of wheat that the Genevieve symbol has been woven over with a boar, which is the familial symbol of the Dupre. In fact, there is a story that was written by Guillaume Genevieve that I can share out, probably with our listeners, about the story of the boar. It's written about it. Nonetheless, it has clearly been changed to the Baroness Madeline Dupre's own family symbol. So, you come to the bell tower, and you inquire with one of the attendants, and they say, "Yeah, Amadeus is inside. He's about to take watch." They will welcome you inside. The tower is warm, at least, because there is a hearth that is softly crackling in a very large hearth, and it is casting this baleful orange light on the inside of this well-appointed office that must be where the bell guards would serve out of. There are a few other local, you would guess, soldiers of a type, but they don't really wear armor. But they appear to be, to some degree, subservient to this very plain-looking man. He has short, cropped hair, a plain-looking face, nothing really nothing descriptive about him. You would easily lose him in the crowd. He looks like anybody else you see in the streets of Durendal, but he still seems to command a strange air of respect. Despite that, he wears no military attire. He has nothing denoting his station. But the people who are passing in and out of here seem to recognize him and talk to him. Almost if you can imagine like a small provincial governor of sort, but there's no ostentatiousness to his appearance or the fact that he's receiving people in the chambers of the Belguard Tower. You have to wait. You don't have to wait too long, but you will have to wait.
So, is this as furthest west you've ever been? Because I know you and your family is from out east.
It is. Didn't travel much. Did most of my studies. Still at home with the family. But I was set this way, so I came. With you. It's your first time in this area. Where are you from here?
No, I'm not from here. I'm from the south.
Didn't think so.
And,
Your accent doesn't sound the same.
yeah, that's right. From a smaller settlement to the south, it's not even worth naming. But, well, my father, he's some important person in some important city. His name's Dismas Forrester. He's captain of the guard there. Doesn't really matter.
Name I would be familiar with
Dismas Forrester? Absolutely. Dismas Forrester was a renowned soldier and son of a man named Iron Eye, who was a vicious right-wing terrorist of a sort. So specifically, Iron Eye, as he's known, his last name is Forrester, his first name escapes you. He is one of the many Eridane soldiers who stormed the border during the border war back in 169, minus like 223 now. So his name kind of lives on in infamy, but he was notoriously vicious. Dismas was his son, and that therefore makes Terwin.
And he fought for the current king, right?
He did.
Or did he fight for the bastard king? Can't quite remember.
He fought with the current king.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He did.
And,
He came out of retirement for that, as a matter of fact.
Oh, no, Dismas wears a patch, and that patch is made out of bronze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I gathered from the name. As we both know, surnames can carry weight.
That they can.
Unfortunately, expectations.
Well, I would say that I'm very pleased with the weight that your name carries and the way that you've been able to find yourself amongst it. It's a lot of pressure to keep up family names and be certain ways.
Well,
You're quite headstrong, which is good.
we'll say good. We shall go with good. I like good. Good may not be the word that everyone uses for it, but yes. Indeed. Although I find that if we go by that, you're not having as many troubles as one would assume, keeping yourself contained off of your name.
There's a lot of things I could gather from that, but I don't know what you know about me name, so could I ask you to elaborate?
I do mean that you don't partake in the things that your grandfather has. Or did before.
What?
Not that they were bad.
Well, like setting villages on fire.
You haven't gotten that far. A boat's not quite a village.
Yeah.
Not that you were the one that set that particular one.
Oh,
Then
no.
again, your grandfather might have claimed it was not him in the first place either.
And we had a chat about that.
Indeed.
Well, your turn has come up to speak with Dismas. No, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Dad?
Amadeus? Da?
The good news is he should be willing to talk to you. The bad news is he's willing to talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, my word. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes, Master Terwin. The man saunters over, about half a head shorter than Terwin, and Terwin's not exactly a tall person.
No. Darren suffers from small man syndrome.
Good to see you again, sir. He extends his hand out and shakes turns vigorously. Keep in mind that Amadeus Chandler is not armed. He's not wearing any sort of anything to indicate who he is. His clothes are plain. He'd easily disappear into a crowd.
Yeah, Taryn glad hands him and is visibly smiling.
How you holding up these days?
Well, today in particular, I'm right as rain.
Well, the storms do have a tendency to wash away all the corruption and the grime on this city. I must admit, though, Master Forrester, since that night, things just ain't felt right.
Yeah, you're not the only one that feels that way.
Oh, forgive me, I didn't see you there, milady.
Oh,
Yes, I suppose introductions is in order.
Amadeus Chandler at your service. He will extend his hand out.
Agent Lisa Marius.
Agent Marius, a distinct pleasure.
Well, I've heard of you. It's good things from my compatriots.
And I of you, milady, or at least of your father. Your name carries weight, and you would not be of the Dufresne if your name wasn't worth something.
Indeed. Indeed.
Well, come on in. Let's go in my private quarters and we can talk away from the other. I'll return in just a brief moment. Give us some space. Give us some time. He says to the others as he goes inside and you sit in his offices.
Lisa makes it a point to nod to the other soldiers as they pass.
Certainly. Yeah, he looks like they look like they're not soldiers, but maybe merchants or guildsmen. You would guess.
Whoever happens to be happening.
You just kind of at this point beginning to the pictures beginning to form in your mind. And as you come into his chambers, you see that his table has a number of weights and scales and caches of coin and ledgers sitting upon it. Well, please sit down. Where are the others? I was hoping to catch up with Warren Rhodes.
Well, how's Harper, the convalescing?
I see.
Harper and Banneker. Well,
Warren.
Warren and Banneker, they're off making inquiries.
Well, all right then.
Oh, shall I send him by sometime?
No, I'm just hoping everyone's doing okay, he says. He kind of trails off for a moment. Nonetheless, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit. Feeling a bit discombobulated. What can I do for you?
Yeah? Well,
Something wrong.
Well,
you said
things
something.
have just been a little queer around here. I'm sure you can understand.
Right.
Coming towards the end of autumn. It's cold November. Rain. And the cold November rain.
Thank you, Axel.
Could be purple rain.
Well, we don't want to blame it on the rain.
Oh my god.
You've got a Milli Vanilli reference in? Oh, God.
Well, I wouldn't go blaming it on the rain, but since Penumbra, things have been just strange. I'm sure you felt it. I've certainly felt it.
Yeah, it's almost like something hasn't quite left yet. It should have been gone already.
Rickstein came and went, but it certainly did, even after it was all gone, didn't do much to lift the spirits of the people. Things just queer around here.
Is there a particular instance you're referring to? Anything happening?
Well, just about a fortnight ago, someone came here hysterical saying that his house got rained on with a bunch of big old bullfrogs. And I was, mad. Man was clearly mad, but his daughter swore up and down it was for real, so I went to go take a look-see in the morning, and sure enough, there were dead frogs all over his yard. Now, I couldn't say if they fell from the sky. I mean, he lives along the riverfront after all, in a swampy area. But just people acting odd. I'm gonna put my finger on it, like something's just off around here.
Agreed.
It's been a lot of strange occurrences ever since Penumbra. Just in general.
Yeah, ain't that right?
Unrest in city. People believing in prophets that are either stained with soot or soup, depending on who you ask.
Yeah, I heard about a little bit about that. Every day a madman walks through the streets claiming to be this or that. But this prophet, he got himself the power of the people behind him. Folk around here and folk out there and found the square certainly believe in him.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that he set a sword on fire.
You don't say. Make a memory test. This test will be easy for you.
Oh, that's good. 68.
Your revision stuff tonight.
53 will succeed.
Oh, gossipy tonight.
Who is that guy?
A sword on fire? What?
Yeah, that's what I've heard from the locals.
Multiple. Seems like it wasn't just one person believing it too.
They also say his sword was made of wood.
What a man do setting his wooden sword on fire.
But it doesn't burn. That's what they've said. Which is strange.
It is quite odd.
I mean, how else are you gonna kill a man? I mean, I suppose you could club him with a wooden sword, but it's not as good as a club. So,
Huh.
Lisa pulls out the wooden tower and is messing with it in her hand a little bit, but not like trying to hide it. Almost.
Toying with it.
Swing with it.
Well, any road. What can I help you with?
well, we was actually wanting to make some inquiries with you and see if you knew anything about the old chapter house. What was it called? What was
Da
it?
Vinci.
The Vinci chapter house.
Yeah, it's on out there near Fountain Square on the other side of the Bastards River. What about it?
Well, you heard anything about what's been going on down there?
Well, I know they had something to do with that explosion at the about that foundry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that too. Well, did you hear about the headmaster?
Don't know nothing about that.
He's not with us anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is.
A learned man. It's a downright shame when a man who knows his letters and can cipher passes on. Imagine all the stories he had.
Well, he left quite a few behind. At least from what I could tell, I couldn't read it.
You don't say,
Yeah.
he says.
He did.
All I know is that Da Vinci had something to do with that explosion at the Gelderman and Zox foundry. And that's where I hear that Prophet and his people were gathering.
Do you think that he was doing something against this prophet?
I couldn't rightfully say. I don't know what interest that the Da Vinci would have with the Prophet, but I do know that I must have been toward summer. It was a hot one. Yeah, about summertime, I guess. That's when the big fire almost took down the foundry end to end.
Strange.
Was that summer? Gods, the memory escapes me. That would have been last Penumbra. Yeah. Last year around Penumbra. That's what it was.
So last Penumbra, were things this odd for so long?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, things have been odd this, for a fortnight now after Penumbra. So last year, after Penumbra, for a fortnight, were odd things happening.
You know, people are superstitious, and I think we should pay mind to the laws that we got taught in the Decalogue. And any God-fearing man or woman needs to be wary of these things. Pray on Sundays. Say your prayers. Go to bed before nightfall. Lest the devil get your toe. All that. People are queer. Downright strange sometimes. And sure, people kind of get out of sorts around Penumbra. I mean, why wouldn't they? It's we live in a strange time. Stars falling from the sky. People going missing. The Baroness almost getting killed. People of Bellegane being set out. Strange green rock falling from the sky all over. Bloody moon's gone. Well, I gotta tell you, things have just been strange in general, but I don't know. Maybe it's just getting in my head. I don't know. Maybe it's all just in my head. I'm trying to keep a good spirits, but just between us and the fence post, I gotta admit, Master Forrester, since that night we were together in Penumbra, I have these really weird dreams.
Yeah?
I mean, you get a good look at him, like in this light. He can see dark circles beneath his eyes. He looks really worn out.
You don't say. See, you're not the only one.
It was a strange night. I don't like to think about it too much.
Well, you know how you was wondering how Warren was doing.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting you say that, because he's been having weird dreams himself. And so is Alistair. He's been talking about it.
Things were a bit weird in that alleyway we were in. My mind goes back to it that light went out on its own light. Wasn't even on the damn map. light went out. And those sounds. I just can't. I don't know. There's my mind playing tricks on me. Maybe my mind just playing tricks on me, but that whole situation in the alley and that light out not on the map and that whole business, well, I don't know, I just like to forget about it, to be straightforward with you. But no less. I'm sorry to hear that about Warren.
Yeah. Well, you see, I was off chasing a crooked-nosed she-goat.
Yeah.
When that old business happened.
Yeah, no, I really don't want to revisit this.
Okay. Well,
I do have another question.
Yeah.
You seem to be somebody who might know the city quite well, in and out.
Well, I was a lamplighter for years before I got promoted to what I do now, but I've walked this city back and forth since I was a youngling.
Well, someone that we can believe in and trust. I had a question.
You can confide in me. I would, if you're a friend of Terrell's, you're a friend of mine, and I am loyal to the due friend of the Baroness. The sun, the moon, the stars of this city.
Well, when we were in the Lavinci house, they had a map of the city, which is not strange, obviously. A learned place would have such a thing.
Certainly.
But it was a raised one, a built one, if you will, not one on paper.
Well, that's interesting.
Once again, not that strange. Those of us that tend to be educational, it's easier sometimes to visualize if something is brought up.
Right.
But it had these towers, and she holds up the tower that she was holding,
Mm-hmm.
which don't seem to match the actual city to the same extent.
Can I see that?
She hands it over.
Looks a lot like this. He sits it down on the table.
Have the Lavinci been here at any time?
There's been builders coming back and forth for quite some time since this tower was erected.
Recently?
remember where that tower was, about in the city.
She takes out her notebook and tries to draw it out.
It will be a hard scrutinized test.
Dun dun dun! I failed last time I tried to do one of these. She has shit memory. I blame the lot of. Okay, that's an 8. So yeah, that one.
Yes, but it is not in this part of the city.
Okay, so she draws it out and kind of holds it up to him, and
Well, that's
this
across from Versailles. That's across on Founders Square. I mean, there's how many of they? Well, it's Bellegarde. Since I don't know how much you know, Lady Marius, but myself and others who were there the night that the assassination attempt was made upon the Baroness Dupre, right after her divorce from the Baron. Well, we were promoted in a sense, an honorific title, Bellegarde. It was in short order after that we were given responsibilities of a sort. Master Hexenstern replaced his master and became the Baroness's astrologer, right-hand man, if you will.
Yes.
Others too. I myself was there.
So I heard.
Over time, I mean, as responsibilities grew, they said, "All right, we need you to be upright men and women, stand up for the city." And I got my position here at this tower just outside of Versailles Square, and I run a lot of errands for the Baroness in the city and do this and that and attend to civil matters, nothing too serious, just petty squabblings between the guilds. I mean, fortunately, I'm nowhere near Founders Square to deal with all that racket with the prophet and the other folk, and that whole Night Soil Collective thing, and the Pharisee. I mean, the place is just a damn mess. Fortunately, here in Besiah Square, things are relatively calm, so most of my dealings are civil and pedestrian. But tower ain't quite finished yet. But they're throughout all the rest of the city. Master Hexenstern, I know he had something to do with it. He said, we need to build a warning system throughout the city in case the place catches a flame or in case an invader tries to come through the streets. I don't know how much you know about Durendal, but we kind of rely on the hills and the mountains to protect us, but if somebody was to go marching through the streets, even a gang of soldiers, I mean, there are no gates to guard them. There's nothing here. We got, what, a handful of brigandine, I guess? Numbers been waning since the war anyhow? I think Hexenstern just got a bit suspicious and said, let's build a warning system throughout the city. So the bells are to peal at the witching hour and to peal if anything bad is happening, like a fire in the city or a storm or a flood. Whatever it may be. But, so I've been here at this tower and nothing bad's happened in 3 years now, I guess. I mean, fortunately we only peal those bells at the witching hour and lets everybody know curfew's up, and that's about it. We've been lucky, I suppose. Maybe outsiders or the Picty in the woods who all the parents around here tell their children gonna eat their toes. They stay away because of the bell towers. You can hear it all the way out in the countryside. I mean, 12 peals, you can hear it. And, well.
And you said this one's not completed.
Well, none of them are. I mean, they're all in various states of being constructed still. But the first thing that was done is that the bells were hung in a rod of bronze wrought from the ground here in Durendal. Fine. All the buttresses, the flying buttresses where they rest up in, of the bell towers, all made with dot and thorn steel.
And the one that I'm showing you, the one on this map, do you know if it's been worked on?
Bells, I don't know. I just kind of stick to my lot here. I don't go poking my nose where it doesn't belong.
You said this one was located where?
Found the square.
It's found this
It's where everything is.
here.
And something you know about Durendal. All traffic that comes in the city comes into Besiah's, where the saint came. And when they go from there, they make their trade or find the industry and found a square. So naturally, these are the two busiest boroughs in the entire city, save for the gates. But that's just me to you living in Durendal as long as I have. My observation.
Yeah, well, the problem is that certain persons in Founders Square doesn't seem to like me much.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Happens.
People are parochial, territorial, keep the people safe. I think I know who you're talking about. Well, let me take a wild stab in the air.
Sure.
Sir Leland.
Yeah.
Sir Spur up his ass.
That's the one.
Methinks that wasn't as wild a swing as you thought.
Well, he's a bit of a rather prick, but man cares for the people. I mean, you can't fault him for that. No matter what a personal grievance you may have with him, or he may have with you.
It's more he may have with me.
His devotion's not something to question.
Yeah.
That is true.
Well, he is a simple man, so he'll tell you everything what he is and first go. The man is not duplicitous, you cannot mistake who he is. For he wears who he is on his shoulder. But he's got the right interest of the people at heart, in mind. Just too bad to hear he's got grievance against you.
Wish we knew what it was.
It's the fact that I carry a weapon on my side, that's it.
Then you're not empty. But I'm not there, but
Yeah.
that's the reason. You carry a weapon and you're not breathing.
Yeah.
No less.
I know that. Yeah.
That's,
Well, I do have to get back to the other folk who are...
Yes, we don't wish to hold you up.
No worries. Now, don't make yourself strangers. I'm around most days. I mean, I got things I do here and there, but if you can't find me here, you'll find me down at the cloakroom every once so often. Otherwise, I'm usually around here.
Well, we've been at the cloakroom. We haven't seen you.
Busy days,
Yeah.
busy nights.
Well, whatever your poison is, next one's on me.
I appreciate that, Master Terwin. Well, Lady Marius, it was a pleasure to meet you. I
Same.
hope, don't be a stranger, he says.
I'll be sure to tell Warren you was inquiring.
Good. Give the others my best, too.
Good
We
do.
All
will.
right, then. Okay, so you leave there. Meanwhile...
back on.
Oh, wait, that's not the scene you wanted to go to.
The Adventures of Harper.
That's right.
Harper is a havering.
He's in the stable throwing up next to Matthew because it's the only thing that'll comfort him.
It's raining outside. He's not going up the stables.
We've got a roof, I'm sure.
Curious. That's what I thought.
Ooh, ominous.
Yeah, right?
Listen to that side.
Why is it always ominous where you and I go?
It is storming
Something's
out
bound to
still.
I mean, we had slightly ominous music.
I like it.
Yeah, it's like.
Sirenscape lies a lot.
In Slum Row, you do a bit of inquiring around for James Towell. Let's find out how successful you are. You're a little suspicious, so it's going to be a challenging rumor test for both of you.
Challenging rumor. All right.
Wait 1 second though. Are these people below my social class?
What?
Absolutely they are.
What? No way!
It's gonna be 36 for me.
Scum Road with the people below you.
Scum Row, you mean?
I rolled a 6.
I have a 67.
No, this entire place has been gentrified and yours
39.
screwed as well.
Yeah. Slum Row has not been gentrified, but Slum Row was a slapdash, ramshackle corduroy road that is dotted with unlit lamps. And you come to Lovelock Bridge. Both of you succeed.
Yeah.
You succeeded? Yeah, I rolled a 6.
They rolled a 6.
Storming, flash of lightning, it's raining.
Can't you see this man needs some candles?
That's right.
He's about to fall on death's door.
Oh, you don't want to go to James Towell. That man's a rube.
What do
The
you mean he's a
fellow
rube?
says.
We recommended him.
He's a failure. This boy is out here. The man's holding his hood over his head.
Well, you know what Candlewick Lane is then?
Candlewick Lane, yeah, I know where it's at, but listen,
Where should I go
if
then?
you're looking to buy candles, don't go to fucking James Tallow. He's a right dipshit. Go back to Besiah Square,
Wait.
back in the Merchant's Quarter.
What do you do?
What do you want to do? His candles don't burn right.
What kind of candle is that?
You got the last name Tallow and his candles don't burn right. That man was not blessed by the gods.
This chair.
Well, just so happens that he owes me money, so
Oh, he
I
owes
gotta
you money,
I
right?
gotta see him.
All right. Kenna points down the road. Tellow's house just down the way, down the Candlewick Lane there. It's on that tall hill.
All
A creepy looking place. You won't mistake it, trust me. Looks like it's about to fall off the damn hill. Looks like a crypt it does.
Well, thank you, my friend. And then Warren holds up a finger. Pardon me. And then he lets out an ear-splitting sneeze, followed by 4 more in quick succession.
That's you.
I'm coming down with something. I'll treat that tonight. Anyway, I'm off.
You all head down Candlewick Lane, this kind of rambling, twisting road that seems to terminate into a cul-de-sac. And at the end of that cul-de-sac is a number of kind of old burned out buildings. But the one that clearly is James Tallow's shop is this kind of almost two-story looking cottage that is made of stone and covered in moss and whatever else. And you look toward the windows, they're dark and not a light is on inside, nor is a lamp lit outside either. There's a wooden sign kind of flapping back and forth in the storm, and you can see that the house, situated as it is on a small hill, you can see the kind of winding, muddy, ruddy road that leads out toward a wooden jetty that's slapping on top of the Bastards River. You can see that there's no boat there, but there's clearly signs that this is probably his boat, but there's no boat at the end of the jetty, at the pier, rather.
What do you make of it?
We found him. He said not to go up to the door. He said just to find him. You know what the boss said?
Oh, we can't just come back with just that. Say we have a look around, go through his boat, maybe say a few words.
There's no boat.
Oh.
The boat is gone. He's
Okay.
clearly not here.
Well,
every time we get involved, we. All right.
well, he ain't here. I mean, just take a look around.
We gonna go into his house? I mean, I'm not a man that understands the law or abides by it.
Listen,
It's
I don't.
Just me and you talking.
I don't think you know where you are. This is Slum Road. Like, there ain't no one here is gonna stop us.
Yeah.
So here we go.
He will begin to walk up toward the house. And you kind of survey the surrounding short, wet, muddy hill. And the storm just continues on, rumbling, crackling thunder.
See, watch this. Knocks on the door.
Takes
No.
boom, 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 with a brass handle. Nobody answers the door.
No one here.
The Bastards River is gray and rippling.
All right. Well, then let's get out of here. It's cold. It's wet. We know where this man's at.
They don't call me Warren Rhodes for nothing. I'm well traveled. And I'm gonna see what's in this here house. I know something.
We don't have the boss's orders to do. You know what? You go on down. I'm gonna go down here and watch out for him.
Alright.
That man shows up.
I appreciate it.
What's the word?
You know it.
All right.
Potato.
We know what the word is. We end our session that way.
What is the word?
What are you gonna do?
Does that get
I'm gonna-
You open the door.
I'm
You're
gonna
show you the
I'm
windows?
gonna open the door first.
The door is locked. Clearly.
I'll check the windows.
Okay. You could probably shimmy it open if you had something to do it with.
If I had something to do it with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a crowbar.
Like a.
The crow bow.
Did I actually get a crowbar anymore? I was
Crap,
thinking
it's a
about
crow
getting
bow.
it, but didn't actually do that.
Oh, is it on your character
Get
sheet?
one.
It's not on my character sheet.
Then you don't have it.
Got it.
Alright, I'm just gonna break the window.
You hear this, and you think it's.
I look down towards the dog, and I'll look back at him. What the? He's lost his mind.
All right, you break into the house. It's too corruption.
Okay.
So he kind of cleans the glass out and he lifts the window and he comes inside.
I'm shocked it's glass, not paper.
I go around back to the door and unlock it just in case I need
Sure.
to make a hasty exit.
All right. Well, you have broken in at this point.
I really hope he's in there,
Inside.
sitting by the fireplace, reading a book.
May I help?
He's got a pipe, smoking yogurt.
Instead of breaking and entering, it's breaking and unentering.
Huh?
It's quiet
That
in
was
here.
fun.
It's warm. There's a hearth softly kind of burning in a nearby pocket of this room. It's a very tightly kind of, all these rooms kind of collect together very shortly. You can tell that he clearly, like, other people come in here to shop. There's a number of candles kind of like resting upon these tables and benches that smell of lilac and oranges and flowers or fruits. Clearly they're scented candles.
Okay. I'm going to take one of the candles and light it and just see. And look around the room and see how the candle operates while I'm doing it.
It smells of myrrh and frankincense.
You're gonna test his candle.
Yeah. I want to see if this guy was really telling me the truth.
You make a secret awareness test
Awareness.
using smell.
Smell. I do got a nose. Alright, so awareness is
Good thing you're not there.
perception.
You can't-
Oh,
And that's going to
Yeah,
be
you
a...
Instantly filled this.
My
It's a can.
my skill is 49%. And I have rolled a 33.
Oh wow!
Ooh.
So I will keep the roll.
Not only did you critically succeed, something smells very, very
Dead. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's not fragrances, that's sandalwood.
Well, what you need to do is look for the bed, and then the bath, and then whatever's beyond.
Yeah. Thunderdome.
Really? The pun doesn't.
But there's so many candles here that, you know,
Oh.
were they made by Yankees?
The smell.
You could put them in a box.
That's right. Hey guys, the smell doesn't seem. At first, you can't. You smell something kind of strange in the air, and it smells like maybe he left meat out in the kitchen. So you go to the kitchen and you sniff around, but clearly the larder is closed. His ice box is full,
I wonder what this means.
but it's not coming from this room.
Okay. I continue to follow my nose.
You wander through the house, and the next step you come into the latrine with the candle in hand. And there's no window in here, but as you open the door, you can see these kind of shadows jagged against the wall, and you see the shithole with a brass ring around it and piping, where you could flush the water out, or flush the refuse out, or the night soil rather. You see no chamber pots anywhere. That's not the smell.
Okay. Moving on.
You begin to walk upstairs. The smell becomes more apparent, and something in here is clearly dead. Like it could be a rat stuck in the wall. It could be
It's like
a
that
bird in the rafters. Like
it's like
something
that death smell.
smells.
Kind of sweet. you
Yeah,
know?
kind of sickly sweet.
Sweet.
Like maybe an animal died inside the walls. I mean, it smells pretty bad.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, thinking the worst, I open the door up
Yeah.
here.
You open the door to the second floor. You go up to the second floor, and you see this light coming from the far end of a hallway. A flickering light, like candlelight, coming from a small adjacent room.
I pause for a moment and listen.
You stop, and you hear this, what sounds like a slow sloshing of water.
I blow out my
Come
candle.
on.
I'll blow out my candle and head towards the light. Sneaking.
You blow the candle out, and you begin to sneak forward. Roll a secret awareness test.
Okay, awareness. This is gonna be, my skill is 49. And I rolled a 2. Keep that.
Okay. You begin to
Your
plod
tens is
forward.
lucky today.
Yeah.
This
I would just like to roll below a 99.
That's a great roll, though.
You begin. Every floorboard seems to creak beneath your footfalls. And it's clearly this light is coming from a bathing room. The door is mostly shut, save for a crack where the light's coming through along the bottom and through the keyhole.
Okay. I'll peek through the keyhole then.
Okay.
Being careful not to disturb the door.
You come down up on one knee and you look inside, and you can see there is it's like a copper basin, basically a bath basin. And ringing the basin all along the edge are these candles in various states of having been burnt. Not only that, there is candle wax all over the floor surrounding the basin, like candles have been lit over and over and over and over in a ring this bath basin. But that's all you can see through the haze of the keyhole.
And then I'm continuing to hear sloshing around.
It was soft sloshing.
Okay. But it doesn't sound like... Does it sound like there's someone in here? Like, can I detect a presence on the other end of the door?
Perhaps. Maybe in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't hear any sloshing of water, nor do you see any shadows moving along the top of the ceiling. I should say you can't see any shadows inside there because you're looking through a keyhole.
Right. Can I tell how many candles are... Approximately how many candles are lit?
Not
Where they are in
not through the
relationship to
keyhole.
the door? Okay.
No, unfortunately not.
Alright. I'll step back to the keyhole and... let me see here. This is
Howdy,
not
y'all.
a good idea, but... I'm gonna just place my hand against the door and slowly just start to push it like maybe half an inch just to
Okay.
see if it creaks.
No creaking.
Okay.
The
Continue.
brass hinges have clearly been oiled well.
Continue.
Maybe he uses the bath often.
I'll continue to push it ever so slowly.
Sure. It creaks a little. It doesn't creak at all. It just kind of opens slowly inside.
And as I'm opening and I'm kind of moving to the side of the door, so if someone is there,
Yeah.
they wouldn't see me.
You can't see inside and they couldn't see you, but the door opens. It does not seem to alert whoever is in the bathtub. Somebody is clearly in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm. I'll wait probably about 20 seconds, just waiting to see if I can hear them or to kind of tell what's going on without actually alerting my friends.
You're gonna hear this burbling of water. Like whoever's in the bath is kind of maybe moving around, but otherwise no sound.
How tall is the bathtub?
Can't see it.
Good point. Okay. I'm gonna go prone on the ground, on the floor, and
Okay.
sneak forward into the bathroom
Okay.
and quietly start to blow out candles.
Okay. You come across to the bathtub
Fuck your central bath.
and you proceed to... You blow out one of the candles.
Yeah.
And what happens?
That weird piano
What?
noise happens.
Happens indeed. Things start to sound and be very, very strange. As for a moment you blow out the candle, like, what's the first letter to my name again? You stop, kind of, something isn't quite adding up, and then you see something begin to stir in the water. Someone begin to stir in the water. And you can't help but pull yourself to your feet to see precisely what it is. And within the tub, perhaps boiling within its own fat, is this corpse whose skin and fat has sloughed off of its bones. It is bobbing around in the water because as you stand, it kind of moves the floorboards around. And as the candle is blown out, the thing begins to move to the edge of the tub. And as its hands come to the edge to ring the side, to kind of grab the side of the bathtub itself, all of this wax and fat spills over onto the floor, and you see this jawbone kind of extend out to this kind of drooling, dripping, fattened candle. The candle wax is coming streaming down this thing's face like it's something out of Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom. It's kind of schlicking sound as this thing has been released from whatever was containing it from within. Immediately you are filled with perhaps terror. Let's find out next time on Queen of Embers.
Yes.
Oh man!
Thank you all for listening. We will continue next week with episodes 25 and 26. Thank you all for listening. 100 reward points, everybody.
You've got to resolve rank, buy it now.
Yeah. Buy it twice. You can, but buy it twice.
No resolve.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.
I'll buy one, sure.